Hey everyone, it is time to do some math with me. Before we get started on today's lesson, I just wanted to talk to you about strategies. So what we're doing now is we're learning a strategy called counting on. I say count, you say on. Count, 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 count on. So please know that if you're like, this is too easy, or I want to do it this way, or whatever it is, please do it my way. There's a reason why I'm teaching you the way that I'm teaching you. It all builds. It's like a sandwich. If you forget the bread, you can't put on the lettuce and the tomato and all of that good stuff inside because it's just not going to work without that foundation. So please do these strategies the way that I'm teaching you how to do these strategies. Otherwise, it's going to be harder for you in the long run. If this is easy for you, just practice it, practice it, practice it. Maybe practice it with harder numbers, all sorts of things. But just as a reminder, please do this because I think it'll really help you out in the future. Anyway, moving on. We're on page 21. We've made it to session 4. So this is lesson 1 still on page 21. Session 4, there's 5 sessions in a lesson, and this is what we call 1-4. So on the videos and things like that, you'll see 1-4. That means it's lesson 1, session 4. All right, at the top, you always are going to have this example. It says complete the example, then solve problems 1 through 5. So your job, boys and girls, is to do this. I'm going to read it to you. It says, 5 red markers and 3 blue markers. How many markers in all? And then you're going to count on. So 5, or as we do it, 5, and then you're going to count 3 on 5, 6, 7, 8. So now you know that 5 plus 3 equals 8, and look, they put it there. So your job is to put an 8 here and an 8 here, okay? Now we're going to do what's called apply it. So it's like you're working on it, you're learning it, now you're going to do it. You're going to apply what you learned here and do it in these problems, okay? I've drawn them. This is problem number 1, just like in your book. I couldn't draw beads, so I did the best that I could. I have 6 red beads and 3 yellow beads. First things first, you're going to circle the numbers. Say circle the numbers, circle the numbers, circle the numbers, circle the numbers. Okay? It's pretty much what you do here, 6 and 3. So 6, do not, this is the strategy we're working on, do not count all of those beads. You know it's 6. They wrote it down there. So you're going to start from this number 6. I drew it here. 6, 7, 8, 9. You can point as you go. So now you know that 6 plus 3 is 9. So 6, 7, 8, 9. All right? So the answer to problem number 1 is 9. You need to write it in this spot. And then you also need to write it where the words are, where it says blank beads, 9 beads. All right, we're going to do the same thing for problem number 2. Number 2 says there are 6 red blocks and 2 blue blocks. How many blocks in all? So I'm not going to count those blocks. I'm going to just start at 6. So I'm counting on 6, 7, 8. The answer is 8. So you're going to put 8 there. You're going to put 8 there. Okay, then I have number 3. Number 3 says 4 red markers and 2 blue markers. Circle the numbers. How many markers in all? In all tells us we're adding. So I'm going to do 4, 5, 6. 4 plus 2 is 6. Feel free to do all of this and then watch my video if you feel super confident. If you're like, oh goodness, I don't think I do any of this yet, that's fine. Put on a video and do it as I do it. That's fine. That's how we would do it in class. Now, number 4 says 7 boys and 3 girls. They don't give you pictures. They just do 7 plus 3 equals blank, blank children. So you can draw a model if you want in that big open space next to it, where you can draw 7 dots, and then you can draw 7 more. Or you could count on with your fingers, which is 7, 8, 9, 10. 7 plus 3 is a friend of 10. Those are friends of 10. So 7 plus 3 equals 10. 10. All right. Feel free to pause it if you want. I am moving on. I have more problems to solve. So now we're moving on to problem number 5. And I'm going to circle the numbers. Instead of circling the numbers, I'm just going to write them down. So number 5 says 3 blue blocks and 5 red blocks. So 3 and 5. How many blocks in all? Circle. So your choices are 4 blocks. Your choice is 7 blocks. And your choice is 8 blocks. All right, so I'm gonna count on, you can count on starting at 3, you can count on starting at 5. I'm gonna do both ways. So I'm gonna say 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 plus 5 is 8. You could start with 5 because then you have less to count on. So you could start at 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. Either way, okay, this is like your fact family. 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. The answer is 8 blocks. The next page, the next 2 pages are just practicing again. So on the top of page 23, you have another example. It says, look at the example, then solve problems 1 through 6. Example, 6 red hats and 3 blue hats. How many hats in all? That means we're adding. So this is 6. Then we're going to count on from 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hats. 9 hats. 7 small beads and 1 big bead. How many beads in all? Okay. 7 plus 1. Start counting at 7. 7, 8. 7 plus 1 equals 8. This is that problem. Number 2. Number 2 has 7 plus 2 equals, it says 7 dogs and 2 cats. How many pets in all? The only thing that matters in that problem are the numbers, because we circle the numbers and they just wrote those down there. You know, in all means we're adding. So 7 plus 2, I'm gonna count on 7, 8, 9. I tapped my finger twice there. That's something else you could do. You could do 7, 8, 9, 9. I also like using my hand. That's something that is really easy for you to use. You have it available always. 7, 8, 9. I'm counting on. All right, good job. Problem number 3. 8 soccer balls and 1 kickball. So now we're doing 8 plus 1, and they drew a model. This is number 3, which is 8 plus 1 equals 8, 9. 8 plus 1 equals 9. Count on to add. 4 is 5 plus 1. 5, 6. 5 plus 1 more is 6. If this is, again, like you're like, oh my gosh, this is so easy, just remember, this is building your number sense. That means it's making it more automatic. So math as you go through your grade levels will just hopefully be easier for you because you have this strategy down. All right, number 5, 6 plus 2. 6 plus 2. I could draw 2 dots or something like that, but I'm just going to do 6, tap it twice, 7, 8. 6 plus 2 is 8. 6, 7, 8. All right, good. Number 6. 5 small hats and 2 big hats. How many hats in all? Circle the numbers. I'm going to write them down because they're what matters. 5 plus 2. 5, 6, 7. 7. And then down on the line, you're going to write 7 hats. So you're going to write in the number here and here, anywhere there's a blank. 5, you could draw 2 hats. 6, 7. 5, 6, 7. Counting on, okay? Boys and girls, you are done. You finished lesson 1, session 4. 1 more to go. Awesome job. Rewatch this if you need to, if it's not making sense. All right, love you guys. Good job.